Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you everyone who has watched so far, everybody who's subscribed. Please like and subscribe this video, or dislike, I don't, anything. Just let us know what you guys want to see. We've been asking for that for a while, and recently we got some messages on my Instagram. People are enjoying the stuff, but they kind of said they want to see more of my day-to-day life instead of just fun stuff, and okay, cool. I'm going to walk you through my day, typically how it goes every day in the life of a porn producer, and so here we go. This is my bed. I film porn and sleep here. This is my shower. This is my sink. I shave and brush my teeth here. This is my toilet. This is where I shit. This is where my friends shit. Clothes. So you guys have obviously seen me enough to where I typically wear the same thing all the time. The work shirt when it's appropriate. Obviously I don't wear porn shirts when I'm going to certain places. Same basketball shirts. I have like 50 of these. The biggest thing that changes on me daily is which watch I'm gonna wear. I'm kind of an Invicta nerd, so that's my biggest thing I pick about in the morning. Obviously weapons too, but typically it's the watch. So I actually have my live-in cook who makes breakfast every morning, but I've already had breakfast, but this is where he makes breakfast, and I usually have eggs, spinach, and fruit for breakfast. So this is my gym. This is where I work out. Try and do it every day. When Saxx's out of town, she only comes in every now and then to check up on me. I enjoy those workouts a lot more than when she's here, because those aren't fun. So, these are my dogs. Okay, just to be clear, I actually do have an office, but we had a party this weekend and I've got a bunch of people staying at the house, and my office is actually a guest room right now. So this is my desk. How I start my day after I've gotten everything else done to this point is I'll get up and check my overnight numbers from Pornhub, Xvideos, ManyVids, Clips for Sale, and OnlyFans. So I want to see how well I did, how well my sales did. Basically, it's almost like you kind of feel like a stockbroker in the sense that you're seeing which way the market's going. Once I'm done with that, as I mentioned in other videos, I also run an OnlyFans management company with my assistant, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
Hi.
So she has half the people she takes care of, I take care of the other half. So then I spend the next hour or two of my day looking over their OnlyFans to see what's working, what's not working, what needs to be adjusted. And then the rest of the day is kind of it's a free fall. Like, I don't know, sometimes I'm stuck on the phone. One day I was on the phone for 7 hours, just calls, managing people. So, and that's not even including shoots. So I'm gonna get back to this and we'll get you more later. So, at this time of the day, after I've finished a lot of my early work and everything, I got free time, I go walk. And I know I look super cool, but it's Las Vegas, the sun here will melt you. So Camelback, hat with a little neck guard, and sunglasses are a must, so I'm gonna go walk now. So, after my walk, I usually go for a swim. This is my friend Sonia. We normally swim naked, but since this is on YouTube, I didn't want to get in trouble, so play in the water now. Okay, it's the end of the workday. I haven't really done a whole lot besides just be on my phone constantly and editing, but that's actually most of my day. I've got some friends over here. We're all chill in the hot tub and have champagne, so I guess you guys can eavesdrop and see what that's like. But this is like the best way to end the day for me. So, okay.
So,
Play with my foot.
what initially made you start your own porn company?
Someone asked me that the other day. I can't remember what the hell I said.
Well, let's get the truth.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember why. I mean, what guy, seriously, what guy doesn't think about, like, at one point in their life, start a porn company? Like, how cool would that be? Like, fantasize about it? Like, wouldn't it be cool to start a porn company? Something along those lines?
Somewhere in that vicinity.
I've just always been the type of, like, okay, what's stopping you? 20 years ago, there was a lot stopping you. Money, budgets, studio. I mean, remember how expensive like a shitty digital camera was 20 years ago that you would need film quality out of?
Oh, Jesus.
Really expensive.
And then, but by like 2014, 2015, it was like the only thing that's stopping you is just doing it. Just whatever you want to do, just go do it. I mean, obviously there's limitations on everything in life, but yeah, really, I was just like, oh, this would be a cool idea. And I figured because there were so many amateur people doing it at that time, there had to be money in it.
Did clips for sale actually, or mini vids, did that influence you going, you know, hey, there's so many people actually starting to do it. I can really do this.
Probably because I definitely probably bought porn off clips for sale. And even though that site, sorry Neil if you see this, even though that site's just ugly as hell.
Oh, and it's so
runs terribly.
Difficult to navigate, yeah.
Yeah, but it was the fact that I was like, that was still relatively painless to get it. And to get something you couldn't find on the internet, because I'm sure, like everybody probably does for mine, you scour all the tube sites for the scene you're looking for.
Yeah.
And then when you can't buy it, you reluctantly go pay for it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And it was just like, oh, that's like, you know, because you think before clips for sale, if you wanted to buy porn, you couldn't. You could do a membership and get billed $30, $60, sometimes $20 a month by like the parent company, because it was all those porn companies were owned by like 4 parent companies.
Right.
Yeah.
So like one parent company you sign up for and pay $30 a month to get access to like 100 pages.
I'm
Right, yeah. 100 different websites.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell my age. I remember, you know, back before tube sites and, you know, everything was on the computer, actually having to go to a porn or to any VHS store that actually had a little back room and pray I didn't get. Yeah, exactly.
Coming from the Midwest, that actually was still a thing when I was in high school and everything. We still had the back
yeah,
rooms.
I mean, you got to remember that ran right up until my probably mid-20s, and you know, sneaking back and
hoping there wasn't anybody you knew
and
when you walked out of that room.
It never failed. It never failed. You'd open the door and you'd hold your breath when you went to open the door to pray there's somebody that doesn't know your mom or your wife or, you know, your somebody in your family, and then open the door and go, ooh, and then you come out, the preacher standing there, you go, shit.
He was on his way in.
Wait, which one did you get? Did you take
He was in
mine?
the children's section.
I called ahead to reserve that.
I never had a problem being in that section, but I do recall a few times when I, you know, were working in a club for a while, and you go into that section, you're looking at the boxes, and you're like, that looks cool, that looks cool, I know her. Like, the days of VHS are gone.
Yes.
You get into porn because it's way cheaper now. 10 years ago, you could.
Right? Oh, yeah, and I mean, you know, there obviously were people making money in it who I didn't think they had anything special.
Right.
So I just got in, and like everyone, didn't make any money for like 2 years. Or I would make one porn for like, you know, a girl would charge me $500, and like 6 months later, I'd make $501 off of it. So the return to profit, justified. Like, you know,
Frame that dollar.
I'm a tycoon now. Like, it wasn't until 2017 that I figured out the new formula and hustle that changed everything for me. Because that was probably, if that didn't work, I would have just gotten out. And then once that worked, then I realized like there were a bunch of other people who had that rough formula too, and I was like, fuck you guys for not sharing it. New training course coming soon.
Oh man.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe if you want to learn how to be a porn producer. People message me like, dude, I want to be like you. And I'm like, tired, depressed, overworked, overweight. Like, yeah, it's not that hard. I can show you how to do it.
Yeah.
There are apps.
Some guys do. Like some of the other industry guys will talk to me like, dude, you want to do what you do? And I'm like, keep in mind, I was skinny when I started.
How important is location for anybody that's thinking about being a producer? How important is location?
Not at all. Not at all. You could start your company in the middle of the deep South Bible Belt.
Thanks.
And there are going to be people there. Frankly, there are going to be women who will like, yeah, I do that. I just never could get out to California or Vegas or Miami. And you're talking about paying me this amount of money, and it's not even like you're trying to buy them cheap. It's just, you know, $500 to $1,000 to them, where like, you know, the average person makes the minimum wage. It's not even like, you know, when I left Alabama, there was some factories nearby, and it was exciting to try and get a job in the factory that paid $17 an hour.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you got in there, you were set for life.
I mean, you made your
A
start.
factory with no union too, so you know they were safe.
Yeah. There's no union down there. But you made your start down in the South,
Yeah, I
Bible
mean,
Belt, just like I did.
it was actually harder to start in San Diego, when I actually technically did start there, because the cost of living is so much higher. The job pay is so much higher in a lot of places. It's still lower than it needs to be. So Whereas a girl, an amateur girl who's interested in doing porn in the South would do a quick scene for like $400 or $500. In California, they'd be like, I can make that as a stripper. And this isn't even, calling out strippers. They go, I can make that as a stripper. They'd want more pay than a porn star.
Hell yeah.
Like they wanted a higher pay than a porn star, and that was just like, holy, no thanks.
How often do you run into models that are
Do you want me to hold that for you?
that are brand new to the scene or fairly new, and they just think, oh, I'm going to start off with being a porn girl, and I'm going straight to Reality Kings and Brazzers. And I mean,
not too often anymore, because I don't typically, because that's usually like an irresponsible, or not irresponsible, like a young, it's a young attitude.
Yeah.
That's an 18 to 22-year-old who has their head up their ass still and doesn't really understand how the world works.
Well,
They're not really talking to me. Like, I don't really work with that age group, so yeah. So Viagra side effects suck. That's why when people are like, oh, fucking that girl must have been amazing. I'm like, actually, at that point, you can see me like almost crying. If you zoom in close, and you can see my face. Oh god.
see that?
Are you fucking coming? No, I'm fucking dying. Yeah.
Have you ever almost died from a heart attack with a Viagra?
I actually thought there was one time in the hot tub. Last summer, July or August. Normally what happens when we do like the hot tub lives in the summer, I just drop the temperature 2 degrees. And that's amazing. Starting at 104 and going all the way down as compared to starting at 102 and going all the way down, it's a huge difference. And I forgot to set it down, and I was like, girls here, just time to be a man. And she was on top of me a lot of it, and that was rough, but I was hanging in there. And she, like, when a girl goes, I'm so close, can you just bend me over this way? I'm like, you gonna say no?
Right.
So I did it, and like, can't remember which arm's supposed to go numb in a heart attack, but I know this arm went numb.
Left.
That's not
Yep.
good. So there was a heart event that occurred there.
Yeah.
And like, it was more dizziness from being standing while I was doing it as opposed to anything. But that was one of those, she thought I was dying. We stopped, and I like kind of trudged, fell into the pool. And even though the pool was heated, it was still like 20 degrees cooler. Yeah. And that was when I sat in there for like a half hour and lowered my core temp. Been fine ever since. But
No incidents. No sense.
follow rules. Follow the rules, kid. So yeah. Anyways, speaking of overheating, I feel we gave them enough.
Yeah, me too.
I agree.
Please like and subscribe. Tell us what you want to see. SecretLifeOfBalls.com for what may or may not happen next in here.
Secret Life of Balls.
Secret Life of Balls.